From our SAP home offices to yours. Here's a look at how this Q2 release of SAP Analytics Cloud is leaning into the importance of collaboration with other products, so you get that feeling of integration that you need for your work. Hi Orla, how are you?
Good, thanks, Wendy.
We all need to keep our colleagues in the loop on our project updates. In fact, communicating about our work can take up a big chunk of our day. I know I've tried the one-size-fits-all email, hoping everyone in the to list can figure out which bits are relevant to them. I've had a colleague say, he didn't really want to see how the factory made the sausages. In other words, he wanted to see what was just relevant to him.
But this is why scheduling is so important. So we can share an SAP Analytics Cloud story with users, teams, even external users as a PDF. And then we can decide when it should be sent, how often it should be sent, and for how long. And then it's simply dropped as a PDF into their email.
But scheduling the output of a report by email isn't exactly groundbreaking.
No, it's not. But it's the ability to personalize the content. So we could have different views for different groups of recipients, ensuring the content they receive is relevant to them. And each schedule could have multiple views, and if there are prompts, we can configure those. And finally, we can decide which pages in the story should be distributed.
Time well spent in the long run. Orla, I'm going to leave you there for now and turn our attention to the south of France. Now, a little change from the norm. We want to present a teaser to a topic that doesn't come as part of the SAP Analytics Cloud Q2 release, but that's due to appear in the Microsoft App Store soon. Jeanne is here to tell us all about it. Jeanne, how are you?
Hi, Wendy. Bonjour. Finance people love Microsoft Excel. As a finance user working with SAP Analytics Cloud, don't you like to go directly to one of your favorite tools? Being able to work from everywhere without worrying about installation or maintenance process? With SAP Analytics Cloud Add-in for Microsoft Office built on top of Office 365. You can deploy the add-in centrally as an application for Microsoft Excel Online or desktop version.
Merci, Jeanne. And for more information on this topic, please see the link in the video description. I know SAP BW is very close to your own heart, Orla. And a very large number of our SAP Analytics Cloud customers use BW as their main data source. Connecting to BW Live was vital for them. So, with this live connectivity, how can they take advantage of that great BW stuff that they love?
Well, I've worked in BW for many, many years. And in BI, it's essential that we manage our data in a way that's easy for our users to consume. In BW, hierarchies are a really powerful way of doing that. So in Q2, we're enabling you to create your own custom hierarchies on the fly against a live BW connection. And we call this custom grouping.
Which means you don't have to go to SAP BW to create a new hierarchy.
Exactly, but what's really powerful here is we're creating the hierarchy against a dimension, in this case product. It can then be used in other charts, other stories, other BI models, or even other BW queries that include product. And it can also be used by our colleagues.
And we're off on our virtual travels again, Orla. This time we're going to connect with Reena in Bangalore. Reena, how are you?
Hi, Wendy. I'm so excited to share that now you can access your SAP Analytics Cloud stories on Android phones and tablets. In this very first release, you can already connect to your underlying live data sources such as SAP HANA and BW with single sign-on. That means you don't have to keep entering your credentials to your data source always. And you can use the application in your language. It does support localization, and it also has an intuitive way of categorizing the stories, so it makes it easy for you to find what you're looking for. So go ahead and download the application to start interacting with your data from your Android devices.
Appreciate it, Reena. Take care. There were times in the plan submission and approval process where there was a requirement still for a bit of to and fro between the calendar and the story. And this can kind of get on your nerves, can't it, Orla?
Yes, and thankfully that back and forth between the calendar and the story is no longer necessary. With the reviewer integration, the plan, submission, and approval process is streamlined, so reviewers and assignees can approve their tasks directly in the story. So instead of that back and forth, the user can directly go to either the link in the email or on the home screen to the story, complete their tasks without having to navigate through the calendar.
Great. Thanks for that, Orla.
Thanks, Wendy. Talk to you soon.
Scheduled publications, SAP Analytics Cloud Add-in for Microsoft Office 365, enhanced SAP BW Connectivity, Android support for mobile, calendar, full story workflow integration for assignee and reviewer, with new and improved user experience. To learn more about how these features can work for you, check out sapanalytics.cloud.